Hey everyone, hope you all had a great weekend. Thanks for joining me on July 24th. And as always, we are not financial advisors, and everything you see on here is for educational purposes only. Alright, let's get started with BTC. And we finally dropped. Oh my god, that thing took forever. Now, we better close below this trend line, or I'll be really upset. So yesterday, I didn't really give an update. Again, I usually take the weekends off. But we did close on a weak reversal fib, so it did favor going back down. We talked about how we've gone sideways for quite a while now, and we're due for a breakout. I favored more of us going down. When we did push up, there was a chance that, okay, we might go back up, and it would just be more of like the sideways. But, because of the dollar, we talked about how, hey, this thing needs to come back down, or back up to like the 101.70. And we've been pushing all the way back up. We pushed nicely. We even closed this out. So I can close this here. Slowly pushing on up. We talked about how over the weekend we'll probably just go sideways because, on the dollar, just close. It did a strong green candle here. So weekend, we pretty much went sideways. We had a nice little pump, but again, it dropped back down. The alter's still down. So that, pretty much played out nicely as, just kind of going sideways. And then today, we finally have our little breakout. Hopefully we close below that. That way we can start making our move down to the 26. And then this would be technically a lot longer. But we'll see. I don't know if it's going to play out exactly the same, but we talked about how, we should be doing a Bart Simpson head, which pushes it all the way back down. But we'll see. The thing I don't know yet if it's going to continue just to drop fast or if it'll slowly go down. But our next support area is going to be around this area here. And you're looking at least like 28,400 area. Right now we're at 29,300 pretty much. So I can still see us dropping down a bit more. And again, that's going to drop the whole market. I think the only thing that's up right now is Doge. Even XRP is dropping below. Which we knew, overall XRP did have to drop if we go up to the daily. Remember, the weekly. We talked about how we would need to do 2 red candles on XRP, and there's our 2 red candles, which is our second arrow down. We go back to this. My only catch here though is if we close on this candle here on the weekly, so if we close above 68.02. That's going to be another white fib. So now we're going to have 2 white fibs, which gets annoying. So that means, hey, it's a temporary reverse up and then come back down. So we'll probably do a move up and then come back down. Or we'll go down first and then we'll come back up. And it's kind of sucks though, because again, like how last time I talked about how on the weekly, it only did one like nice positive candle. Like it should have been 2 or more, like at least 2 big ones, right? There should have been a little bit more excitement. The fact that it was only just one day that it pumped and then that's it, it might give this all back, or not all back, but we might drop to like the bottom side of this, like the bottom trend line, which will be about 58 cents. But again, right now we're on a white fib, so it will push us up a little bit, and if it does, I'd have to figure out how high it's going to go, because then it's still going to want to drop below the 68 cents. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I have to watch it close to see what's going to happen next. As far as everybody else, everyone had a nice little drop today, except Doge had a nice little push up. Doge is holding pretty good there. So we dropped down to this support area, came back up, holding on around here. Luna dropped below this trend line, and that's an ugly drop it did. Let's see if anything else interesting for now. Our good friend Ample. Again, we're halfway there. We can continue to drop down to at least like the 75 cents. That's going to be a nice little trade there. I'm glad Sui dropped. And it's funny because, on Friday I talked about how it's like, oh man, could we finally drop? Because I wanna, DCA some, right? I only like to buy whenever we drop. And my pockets have been burning, so I'm glad we're finally dropping. I'll probably wait one more day, or I'll probably wait to see where we close. And if it shows that, hey, we got to push back up, I'll probably DCA some right now, because again, I do like how everybody's dropped. But this could be the start, so I want to wait till the end of the day to see where we're at. But then I can start dollar cost averaging on our way down to the 26. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today. I'm hoping this is a start for us to finally start dropping down, because we know we knew we had to come at least back down to 26. I know there was a lot of people saying like, oh, 40 and 40 and 40. If we close below this trend line, we're most likely heading down now finally, because we're due for a breakout. I did talk about like if we were for any reason able to push upward, I only probably saw maybe 32, 34. 40 is, like I said, it's really high up there. But again, we got to see where we close today. If we close below this trend line, so we have to close below 29,500 pretty much. And if we do close below that, there could be the start of a nice little sell-off, because there's a little space here that there's no support, and that'll give it a nice little drop again all the way down to around like 28,400. But like always, it's gonna be an interesting day today. I don't know if there's any Fed news today. What's today? Monday. It's a lot of MPIs, but it's all red, but this is all Europe. But it's all red. I don't know if that's gonna affect it within like oh, but that already happened. 9:45. Well, this is probably what could have affected it, and then it caused the dollar to push up. But that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, nothing. Well, tomorrow 9:30 maybe. FOM Wednesday. I don't know. I feel like all those news and stuff like that don't really affect Bitcoin as much. Right now we're way below the line. So yesterday we went to the top, and we talked about every time it likes to bounce off and down. So once we hit the top, we knew we had to come back down, drop way below that too. This is why it's really good to have this indicator on there. But that's pretty much it for today. It's looking good. We're finally starting to drop. I know we're all waiting for us to drop. And I mean, some people kept bringing up like, oh, well, all these people keep saying we're gonna go up. I mean, if we close below that trend line, I don't know if that's gonna come true. All we know is, hey, what? We're waiting for that 26,255. Hopefully we can start going down there now, and we can start buying. But other than that, I will see everybody in the next update.